Let's go to meteorologist Rochelle J. Rochelle.
So yes, those winds are coming down. We had that wind advisory that was issued for earlier today that should have expired at noon. But let's take a look back at some of the strongest gusts. This isn't all of the strong gusts, but look at these numbers. Frederick County over 75 miles an hour wind gusts. Remember, when we're talking about hurricanes, 74 miles an hour or higher. Westminster 62 in Northeast, 61 miles an hour for the peak gusts, 59 miles an hour at BWI Marshall, 53 at Ellicott City, and then 48 miles an hour for our neighbors in Easton. Outside right now, we've got those wind speeds still between 15 and 30 miles an hour across the state. Of course, gusting higher. We've got colder air that's moved in, so as you're heading out for lunch, it's only feeling like the 20s, a far cry from the 50s and 60s that we had for highs on your Sunday. Now, as Denise mentioned, we traded the warm air for sunshine. We've got pretty much wall-to-wall sunshine, very few clouds dotting the skies across the area. Here's a look at what's next. Those winds continue to slowly come down today. I think tomorrow still a bit on the breezy side, and then we are watching the middle of the week, especially second half of the day on Wednesday, for some snow to develop. We'll take a look at my latest thoughts as far as that storm goes. We're continuing to monitor that, as well as what the week as a whole has in store for us here in Maryland in that full first alert forecast. And Denise, that'll be coming up in just a few minutes. Welcome back, everyone. Let's take a live look outside at the WJZ Outback. Temperature is 36 degrees, but we still have a wind advisory. So we've got strong winds out there making it feel more like the 20s as you might be planning to step out for lunch. Again, that was supposed to expire at noon, but the National Weather Service has extended that because we continue with the risk for strong winds into the middle part of the afternoon. So let's take a look at how those winds are operating right now at about 12:15 on your Monday afternoon. We've got those winds coming out of a westerly direction at about 15 to 30 miles an hour in our area. But wind gusts are getting closer to, if not surpassing, 40 miles an hour as we're going into the early afternoon. We've got a wind gust of 44 in Hagerstown, 40 on the dot for Hancock and Boonesboro, as well as for Aberdeen, and we're into the low 40s for wind gusts for Rising Sun and our neighbors in Elkton. So that's why we continue to have this wind advisory, as these wind gusts could surpass 40 miles an hour into the afternoon. Radar sweeping quiet and clear out there. Rainfall yesterday, some areas added about an extra half of an inch, so we ended the weekend anywhere between about 3/4 of an inch and 1.5 inches for many locations. Much needed rainfall here at home, and we have actually still a blizzard warning for western Maryland, so we'll continue to watch that as they do have strong winds in that area. Temperatures right now, we're in the 30s to low 40s, but with those strong winds, it feels more so like the 20s. So it was the tale of two seasons. Yesterday afternoon, BWI Marshall got to 61 degrees. Waking up this morning, it felt like 18 degrees at the lowest this morning. So we went from a spring teaser, a very windy spring teaser, to back to winter very quickly as that system moved away. We're in your neighborhood and on your corner in Baltimore City for today. 38 in Mount Washington, 39 in West Baltimore, 39 in Canton, 44 today in Curtis Bay. For our friends in Carroll County, 36 in New Windsor for today, 35 in Keysville, 36 in Finksburg, and then 37 for Sykesville. Here's that 7-day forecast. We've got this alert day possible for today, just with the potential of some of those stronger winds. It's still breezy on Tuesday and even into Wednesday. We're keeping an eye on that Wednesday into Thursday system. We'll talk more about that a little later in the show, Denise. I'm meteorologist Rochelle J. Big temperature difference from yesterday. Highs only in the 30s for your Monday, but with the strong winds that we've had, it's only felt like the 20s at best for most of us. We're down into the 20s, still with at least a breeze for tonight. So some of us waking up once again feeling like the teens under mainly clear skies. Looking ahead at the next 5 days, mix of sunshine and a few clouds for Tuesday, Breezy, maybe not as strong as we've had today, and especially not as strong as we had some of those winds on Sunday. Then our attention will turn to Thursday and also Wednesday later in the day. We've tagged both Wednesday and Thursday as possible alert days because we do have another round of some wintry weather that we'll have to look out for. Still nailing down some of the details for that system. Moves out later in the morning, early afternoon on Thursday before more sunshine, more wind to wrap up the week on Friday. You're watching CBS News, Baltimore.